Good evening, everybody, and welcome to a new season of AF4. We're into season 2, and as you can see on the screen, we've decided to go with a brand new car, the Praga R1, or Praga, it's probably Praga. Much faster, as you can see from the times. We're running 57s, 58s around Silverstone National in the last season of Ginettas, and this season we're running 56s. This is Saikat Takuma, who topped our practice session. We're about 30 seconds or so away from the first qualifying session of the new series. We have 4 rounds ahead of you over the next 5 weeks. We're back at our traditional starting point for AF4, Silverstone National, for 20 minutes of racing. Other races this season include the Baikoniki track, a high-speed ring in Latvia. Something completely different that most of the drivers will never have raced on. Round 3 is at Sentul, and round 4, the finale, will be at Jerez. But for now, let's turn our attentions to our collective attentions to the 18 or 19 drivers that we have waiting for the start of qualifying. Some returning drivers, as you can see, Saikat Takuma. I believe he raced last season. I can't actually remember. Toka Patobo as well. We mentioned him as well a few times. Gutierrez is a welcome return as well. You'll remember him from commentary for AF3 yesterday. Did a stunning job. Tommy Ball's back as well. And Bones, who did a stunning job in his first races at the tail end of the last AF4 season. And of course DD Man as well. The previous champion Miguel Slowey is gone. He's too quick for us, and he's now actually running this league. He's organising this league. As someone flashing their lights behind, they'd appreciate that. But we have some new faces like Marvelous Fool, Arcadia 90, Lukey Smooky. You might have seen him. Well, he signed up for AF2. I believe this is actually his first race in this in our leagues. And you'll remember Matius Vasic from AF1 and AF2 of the last weekend, and Teles. Now I'm seeing the sign that says practice is still not starting, so I don't know why people are starting to drive out onto track. But it seems people are. That's not a good sign. That shouldn't be happening. Hopefully things will reset themselves in a minute. Otherwise we might need to get an admin in to change to the next session. I might just do that myself, you know.
Do it yourself, Josh.
Got it. Thank you, Miguel. Admin tools, there it is. Bonk. And I can't skip the session because someone's joining. Who's joining? And can they hurry up and join so I can skip the session, please? You've peeked behind the curtain. You've seen our secrets. Speaking of secrets, actually, excellent segue. We have, as mentioned, as you saw yesterday, we had our last race of the AF3 season. The next season is not too far away, and in fact, a teaser that will also announce the car we're using for the next season of AF3 I will show at the end of this stream, so be sure to stick around for that. Could people stop connecting, please? Very exciting. We've got a brand new car and a brand new. We got a brand new race format as well that hasn't been seen. It's, I would call it unique. It's based on other series, but it is something that you will likely have never seen in other sim racing series. And if you want to find out more and be ready when the sign-ups open, be sure to join our Discord. It's !Discord in the chat. or you go to discord.me/Assetto Friends.
Josh, don't make me get in the server and do it myself.
I keep clicking it and people are saying no new player connecting. I can't skip it until people have finished connecting. Why do we keep getting people joining? And with a mad dash, qualifying is finally underway. Look at all those cars coming out the pits. Glorious. It's Gutierrez in the number 9 car. But it's Tommy Ball that has the track position ahead of him, just ahead of Wolf Team Racing and Tokopotobo and the guy we'll call Smoogers. Also included Eskitit, Sir Jatmo, Lukey Smooky, Marvellous Fool, X-Hunter 11, Matthias Vasik, Arcadia 90. So Jatmo's is just stopped on track on the just on the apex of Brooklands. That's not going to help anybody. DD Man has returned to the pits as well, and so Jatmo has decided to just lose it completely. Right, that's not good. Arcadia 90 has gone back to the pits, and so has he. The first laps are underway, and we're going to ride on board with Tokopotobo to let you know, to give you an idea of how fast this car really is. Here's Tokopotobo round Copse Corner. Dive in a straight line, use the curb on the left. Keep it stable, hold the back end in place. Power out of Maggots down the Wellington straight now. No slipstream to speak of. Look for your braking marker just before the board and pull it in for Brooklands. Looked like he had to take multiple stabs at that. Goes wide to the left to get a wide line through the final corner at Luffield. And out onto the front straight. Tommy Ball was at the first representative lap time. It's a 58.2 to start us off. Wolf Team Racing goes for 59.1. Tokopotobo goes to the top of the times with 57.9. That's more representative. A little lock up into Copse there from him. Marvellous Fool goes to the top now. And we'll have a look at Matthias Vasik, who's coming around the final corner now. He's 3/10 down on the pole time currently set by Takuma with a 56.9. He's 6/10 up. Vasik doesn't seem to improve this time, stays P13. Maybe it wasn't valid. Teles goes P5 in the blue Praga number 20 car. Tommy Ball deciding, I know I'm going to have the number 1 car. CLSD Nix, that's a spin at Maggots. Loads of new faces. Awesome to see every single one of them. And thank you to everybody for joining us today. But look at the time at the top. Wolf Team Racing has pole position by 8 thousandths of a second as Tommy Ball has had a spin and returns to the pits. He's 4/10 down, P3. Takuma goes to the top by a quarter of a second. Lovely tight field at the top. Awesome to see. Wide moment there for Takuma. I believe track limits are off. Bones is at a stop at Brooklands, and Cuspanoto looks to be involved in that as well. That's maybe a collision. That looks like it's at Brooklands. And it is. Takuma, Ball, Gutierrez have all had moments at the same time, and I believe they've all gone off. Who's that trying to go down the inside down into Cop's corner? That's a bad idea. It's a hectic qualifying session so far, but Takuma has the pole position advantage at the minute by quarter of a second over Wolf Team Racing. Arcadia 90 starts P3 and Ball P4 at the minute. But look at that midfield from 3rd down to 11th is covered by 0.3 of a second. Awesome to see. CLSD Nix goes to P3 with a good time there, half a second down. Matthias Vasic's had has had a moment. Couldn't tell you where. He's gone out to the pits anyway. Here's Tommy Ball through Cops. Goes way wide, way off the track. 23 guys, all separated. Mostly separated by about a second and a half in the main field. Wolf Team Racing continues the tete-a-tete battle between him and Takuma. 0.03 of a second is the gap at the top. It's amazing to see. This is going to be so much more fun to watch than Miguel's boring championship fight last season. He took it too easily. I know Miguel's in the chat, so he's gonna be a bit annoyed at that. There it is. Love you, Miguel. DD Man's had a moment. That's way off the track. Is it the Bowies? That looks like it was at Cops as well. I only know where that is because I'm British and I live like 20 minutes down the road from Silverstone. I know this place. CLSD Nix has got what appears to be a little bit of traffic from an identical car ahead. That looks to be Arcadia 90 in the 0-1 or Tokopatobo. I'm basing that on the number alone, matching the liveries. Is it Arcadia 90? It is Arcadia 90. Look at that, I'm good at this. The CLSD Nix is 0.2 up on pole time at the minute, but he has got traffic coming out the final corner of Luffield through Woodcote. Not really a corner with these cars. But he has got the slipstream. Slipstream or dirty air, what's going to be more important? It does improve, but he's 600th down on pole position. What a stunning qualifying this is so far. Top 3 separated by 600th of a second. If this translates to the race, it's going to be an awesome battle. Gutierrez has stopped on track from 5th place, 0.5 of a second down on pole. Top 14 separated within a second. Brilliant to see. Mads Boss has had a spin. Where is he? That looks like it's going to be at... That's way wide at Maggots. And Tokopatobo's gone off. That looks like that's at Brooklands as well. And Mads Boss has just stopped. That's off track, luckily. Takuma had a moment. I think he went back to the pits. No, he's actually improved. He's gone to the top of the times by 0.08 of a second. He's going to go straight back out for another run. There's 3 minutes left in qualifying. Lukey Smooky way off at Brooklands. He's facing the wrong way in the Martini livery. Lovely. Here's Matthias Vasic. He's struggling to get to grips. I think he just outbraked himself for Brooklyn, so he just braked in a straight line, and now he's turned in. But he had a good enough, a fairly decent first sector. He's 0.3 down, but it's the second sector that's more challenging. Well, which one's more challenging, the first sector or the second sector? Round the final corner for Vasic. He's probably not going to improve this time. Not even to the line. He's up to 58, so no improvement this time. It's a 58.959, and his best time is in the 57s. Loads of people going way wide at Cops, as you'd expect. Gutierrez improves to P4 with a 56.9. Under 2 minutes to go now. Final run's coming up. That's Tommy Ball. He's gone back to the pits and he's hopefully going to try and get another run in before the end of this race. Qualifying. I know where we are. Lukey Smooky goes P7 with a good lap there. Gutierrez is going to stop, let some people by maybe. He's not going to have enough time to go out to the pits if he does stop completely, so I think he's just going to have to let people by and take whatever gap he can get. No, he's just going to yeet off to the right and get out of the way. Normally I have my driver tracker, but I don't have that today. It's not working for me, so I don't know as well who's where. Cuspranotto, he's driving backwards into the wall. And Tommy Ball's come together with Gutierrez. That is going to be... They're the... Of all the people to collide, it's the iconic commentary duo from AF3, Tommy Ball and Juan Manuel Gutierrez. CLSD Nix has had a spin. I think the pressure's getting to them with less than 30 seconds to go. Nix is going to have enough time for another lap, but might have some wear or more likely some temperature issues on his tyres as he starts for that final lap. 15 seconds to go. It's Takuma still with pole by 800th of a second. Nix is third, as you can see here. A tenth and a half down on pole. Then Bones is fourth. Gutierrez fifth. Arcadia 90 is sixth. Lukey Smokey's had a stopped on track on the exit of Brooklyn. Lukey Smokey's had a stop at the exit of Maggots. I promise you I know the names of the corners here. Nix, maybe on a lap. He's had a bump with the car in front. Whoever that is, he's just overtaken on that lap. He's not going to be happy. Gutierrez has had another spin. He's not going to improve from P5, obviously not. Neither is Nix, who's gone straight on at Brooklands. Bones is going to come out the final corner. He's 2 tenths down just about through the first sector. He's got 400ths left of leeway if he wants to improve. Is he going to improve? He does not. Stays P4. No improvements, it seems, on this final run. We're just waiting on Tommy Ball. So Jatmo goes over the line and stays P19. Tommy Ball will be the last person over the line. Well, it's possible he isn't on a lap at all. And he's gone completely as well. And that will conclude qualifying. And it's pole position for Sidecat Takuma. Wolf Team Racing will start P2 alongside, with hopefully a stunning race ahead. We know both of those guys are fast, but what we don't know is how good CLSD Nix is on race pace behind. He starts P3, and a relative unknown. We haven't seen him. This is his first race in our servers, and we're very glad to have him and every single one of our new drivers. Bones starts P4. We know he's quick. Juan Manuel Gutierrez had some issues towards the end of qualifying with traffic and just finding a gap to be in for his lap, and then a collision with Ball, so he will start P5. Arcadia 90 starts P6, Lukey Smokey 7th, DD Man 8th, Mads Boss will start 9th, Togo Patobo will start 10th, and then outside the top 10 we have Tommy Ball, Marvellous Fool, Kotrala, I think that's an L, yes, Matthias Vasic, Tellis McDonald, X-Hunter, 11 Nguyen Dak, I hope I pronounced that right. So Jatmo in 19th, John Ramicus starts 20th, Smoogers starts 21st, then Kuspranoto and Eskitit starts 23rd. But yeah, from Jens, top 15 separated by less than a second is incredible to see. Sure, it's a short track, but that doesn't dilute the achievement here. Not by much. Don't want to see me. It's a 20-minute race ahead of us. Hopefully they've all remembered to fill up the fuel. Who's your money on for the win? Takuma or Wolf Team Racing? Or is it somebody else? Let us know in the chat. A reminder to Miguel. He says all 3, but there were 4 races. You just couldn't be bothered to turn up to the last one. Engine notes rising already and the lights haven't even come up. There's the 20-second warning. Everybody's getting excited, including myself, and I'm sure you are as well. Here come the lights. 5 and 6. And we are underway at Silverstone. Takuma gets a good enough start, but Wolf Team Racing is on the inside going into turn 1 and should take the lead, and he does. Takuma's still got the outside line though. Bones moves up ahead of Nix for 3rd place. Gutierrez stays 4th and Arcadia 95th. There's a couple of collisions and some grass cutting in the background, I think I see. But surprisingly, it seems to be clean so far going into turn 2. Let's look behind. As Kotrala, I caught that pretty well. That's a bump and a spin there. And a rejoin fairly safely. But we have the big loser there is Tommy Ball and Lukey Smokey have both spun at the back. Meanwhile, here's Takuma down the inside of Wolf Team Racing into Brooklands for the first time. Wolf is still going to have the inside. They've tapped. And this is going to bring Bones into play. He's going to be down the inside of Takuma for 2nd place. There's another tap again, maybe. But Takuma stays in 2nd place for now. But Bones is right on the tail of this battle. And so will be Manuel Gutierrez. Here's the onboard from Gutierrez. But here's the one from Takuma. He's having a look around the outside of the cops, maybe to do a switchback and get the inside line towards Maggots. Such an exciting start. Let's get a static view. It might be a better view. Here we go. 2 people down the inside towards the back. That's Arcadia 90. And Nix, who's had a bad start, goes from P3 to P9 in the first lap. He's in a battle with Marvellous Fool. Vashik and McDonald battling for 11th place as well. But here's the battle for the lead still. They're back down the Wellington Straight once again. Takuma on the left. Wolf Team Racing on the right. He's got the inside line. Has Wolf into Brooklands. And Takuma retakes the lead. Bones stays in P3 and Gutierrez is still behind there in P4. 4 for the lead. Onto lap 2. So Jatmo appears to have had a moment, maybe he's dropped 4 places. John Ramicus has had a brilliant start, goes from P20 to P13. Excellent start for him. The first lap's coming through and the fastest lap goes to Takuma with a 56.958. That's about as fast as his pole time, roughly. Down to Maggots once again. Just waiting. The main opportunity is at Tennis with a spin. Can I see how that happened, please? We don't get to see how that happened, but I think that's him in the background with the martini-looking livery. No, that's him with the blue livery. Here's Wolf Team Racing's on board as he tries once again to try and get past Takuma. Nothing this time. He has to check up through Luffield. Nix has had a spin. There's a huge pile-up. There's a huge pile-up at Brooklands involving at least 6 cars, I think. Nix, Sajamo, Mads Boss, Kotrala is still spun around. A new fastest lap for Bones, but that's irrelevant right now because we've got a huge crash there. I'd love to see it. I'll try and show you a replay at the end of the race to see what happened there. All I saw was one person crash and be stopped and everybody was gone. So many people spinning. There's a person going backwards in the background. That might be Lukey Smokey. It is Lukey Smokey. He's facing backwards on the pit straight and he's driving backwards on the pit straight. That's not going to be good. CLSD Nix has spun off and there's another collision with Nguyen Dak. There's more pile-ups. Mads Boss has gotten involved at Cops. That's 3 pile-ups in 3 corners. Pull yourselves together. Another collision towards the front. Gutierrez and DD Man. Could you stop colliding with yourself for 5 minutes? DD Man gets away from that well, but Gutierrez drops to 11th place and he's getting Ball catching up to him as well. Smooger's looking a little slow coming into Luffield. Arcadia 90 with a personal best, but while all that's happening, luckily the lead battle's calmed down, so you haven't missed much, but Takuma still leads by just about a second from Wolf Team Racing. Bones is third, 5 seconds back. Then is Arcadia 90 and DD Man in 5th place. Matthias Vasic has done well to stay P6, but he's gone wide at Maggots, and he's going to be done by DD Man, ex-Hunter, McDonald as well. And he's going to be under threat from Toggle Patobo and Marvellous Fool. Gutierrez has had a spin, has had a moment, and he's collided with Tommy Ball again. First in qualifying and now in the race. He's gone off at Maggots. Tommy Ball is not having his day at all. It's awful for him. I feel for him. He's just stopped on track and he's going to be stopped. He's out of the way, waiting patiently for everybody to come past. Lukey Smokey's dropped to the back in 23rd. Has done a nice switchback move on Cuthbert Noto, who's had a spin as well. Sort of a half spin. Who's gone wide. Takuma extending his advantage at the front now to 1.2, which makes all the world of a difference at Silverstone National, such a short track. Bones remains in third place. Eskeetit is facing the wrong way. Oh no, that's caught me by surprise there. Eskeetit with a terrible rejoin and will surely have a huge penalty for that. Nguyen Dak has had a spin because of that as well. That's Tommy Ball with a spin. Nguyen Dak spun as well. I think that was the person he collided with on that bad rejoin. It's all kicking off at the back of the grid. Meanwhile, this is a huge battle going on. I'm going to switch. Which view would be best for this one? No, this one. Marvellous Fool versus Matthias Vasic. So close, bumper to bumper through Luffield. But ahead there's also side by side between X-Hunter and Toka Patobo for 6th place. So it's 4 for 6th place, and I'm going to stick with the onboard for a little while because this is probably the best view to see it with. The TV cameras aren't particularly great, and this is Vasic thinking a 3-wide move into Cops might go. Not this time. And that's caused Marvellous Fool to check up. And he's had a tap. Vasic's still good, but Marvellous Fool dropped back to 10th place behind McDonald, maybe behind Gutierrez as well, but no, Gutierrez is still going through Cop's corner.
Wazowski.
Out, Miguel. I will call him by his real name, because respect. McDonald out of... out of flow. Screw you, Miguel. McDonald down the Wellington Straight. And as DD Man has had a DNF, I think he's had connection issues maybe, because there was no record of him stopping on track. I think that's just connection issues. I feel bad for him because he'd done a really good job. I don't think I've ever seen such a chaotic race, and this is including a set of ball tyres as well, with a torrid race. That includes the AF4 race from a couple of weeks ago at the Nürburgring, where all of the top 6 got involved in a pile-up on lap 7. This does not a candle to it. I've seen 4, maybe even 5 pile-ups in the space of 1.5 laps. But even despite that, the field is all still really close, with 12 minutes to go. We're not even halfway through this race. McDonald, here he is in P8, trying to find a way past X-Hunter for P7. But he's also got Marvellous Fool to deal with behind. There he is in the black car, 1.5 seconds behind. No move for any of them this time. Wolf Team Racing's got it back down to within a second, as John Randall tries to make a move past Tellis, but Tellis will move past as they head down the Wellington Straight once more. That's the wrong camera. Here's the right camera. John Ramekers has a look towards Tellis, but that might just be the braking zone. Locks up. Oh, and there goes the rear end. Nice catch from Ramekers. Lovely save. As Nguyen Dak has gone straight on at Cops. But back to this. Marvellous Fool's done McDonald, presumably into Cop's corner, which is an excellent move. It is. Marvellous Fool's going to done him back. But this is the move I want to see. No, that's died down for now, but he's got Cottrell up behind to deal with. Personal best for Cottrell on that lap of 57.5, so he's goes a little wide at Cops, but he's going to be on his way to looking for a move on John Ramekers. Top 15 score points in this series. Yeah, I understand. Tommy. Literally, I watched most of as Tellis goes backwards. I think he just locked up. He's going face first, arse first into the gravel at Maggots. Yeah, I understand. I understand, Tommy. I watched all of your collisions, and collision twice with 1-1 as well. You're not following us on Twitch? Now you are. Thank you, Wernster West. I apologise if I said that wrong. I'm going to turn the alert box on and hope that it's actually working today and doesn't give me a 500 gateway error. But for now, John Ramekers has been done by Cottrell and Nix as well, who's on his recovery drive up to P13. Actually, despite all of that, John Ramekers is still P14. How did that work? I mean, I can give you the highlights, pile-up after pile-up. While all this is happening, there goes Cottrell, who's had a moment, has a half spin at Maggots, and gets done by Mads Boss for P14. X-Hunter and Marvellous Fool side by side as well, as Lukey Smooky goes. Sorry, that's Sir Japman going past Cottrell, and Cottrell is now out of the points. I'm going to switch back to... No. Switch back to this one. Static camera, please. Mads Boss is out of spin. While there's moves going down the inside into Cop's corner that I can't follow because I've got no idea who's who. Kaisuke Sojatmo on the back of Kotrala. Joachim? I don't know. I don't know. Special characters are not liked. X-Hunter's been done by Marvellous Fool and McDonald going through Brooklands. We not Brooklands, that's Maggots. We have 9 minutes to go in this race. We're just past half distance, and Takuma's extended out to a 6-second lead. I think that might be because Wolf Team Racing had a collision. But Takuma's putting in some more stunning laps, a 56.9 on the last attempt, on the last lap. With a 58.6 from Wolf Team Racing, it might just be genuine speed, but Bones has got some pace. He's doing a 56.9. That's faster than Takuma by about half a tenth of a second. John Ramekers versus Kotrala into Brooklands with the closest possible camera angle, so I can't see anything that's going on. How good's Cam Tool? Asking for a friend. Because of that move that caused John Ramekers to have a lock-up going into Brooklands, this has put Sir Jatma back on the back of John to move John down into 15th place. Despite everything that's going on, John is holding on to 14th place, even though he's been overtaken at least 3 times. Way wide for Kaisuke. Meanwhile, here's the battle for 5th place. It's Vasic. Togopatobo bails out of Brooklands, presumably through a lock-up. You can see some damage on the right-hand side from Patobo. Vasic takes 5th place. A good run from Vasic today. And seemingly clean. I don't know whether he was involved in the pilot, but we'll definitely see later on whose fault that was, and I will apportion blame accordingly. Gutierrez on the back of McDonald. That's Ian McDonald in 8th place, and Juan Manuel Gutierrez behind. Mads Boss has gone off. That's arse backwards at Brooklands. He's perpendicular to the track. That's not going to help him at all. Tellis going past as well as Lukey Smooky. So Mads Boss will rejoin in P18. About a 20-second back to S. Keatit in 19th. Here's Arcadia 90. He's P4 at the minute. And despite what I was saying, I heard sounds that sounded like a car coming to a stop. It might be Custranoto. But Arcadia 90, even though I said a minute ago that Bones was doing some really fast times, Arcadia 90 is still within a second of him. He's gone 3/10 faster than Bones on that lap, as that's Wolf Team Racing maybe going down the inside. No, that's Bones lapping somebody down the inside, and they've had a little yeet to the right hand side, but they're okay. I think it might be Cuspanoto. No, it's not. Who is it? Eskeetit? It's Eskeetit being lapped by the field. So Jatmo has had a little moment coming into Brooklands, and now he's going to be under threat from Lukey Smooky. One big sprint. It's 20-minute sprint. No pit stops should be expected. I don't think Togopatoba just spun it, but he is under threat now from... Oh, he's putting Vasic under threat. Going into Brooklands, he's going to have a little dive. He backs out of it with a bit of a lock-up. Forces Vasic wide a little bit. Now's the time for... Not that camera, I'm getting my cameras mixed up. This one. Riding on board with him. Coming out of Woodcote now. He's going to pull to the inside. Vasic's going to defend slightly, but backs out of the defence for now. Down the inside into Cop's corner. He's still got the inside. Made the move stick because Vasic's gone wide at Cop's. He's going to pull straight back on the inside, back behind. And is Vasic going to have a move? No, he's too far back this time going into Maggots, but he's braked much later and much more cleanly than Togopatobo. But gets airborne over the curb. I didn't expect that was going to happen. As Vasic's had a stunning race, I think. Whoa! Considering a less than optimal qualifying, he's pulled it up to P6 with a stunning performance. Marvellous Fool getting squeezed a little bit by Gutierrez, I think that is, going down into turn... No, that's Vasic being done by Marvellous Fool, going into Brooklands. I can't read. Vasic redemption story, well and truly. I'm enjoying this. I'm enjoying watching Vasic. He's got some aggression on him, but as long as he knows how to use it, I've got no problem with it. Nix has had another spin at Brooklands this time, and a bad rejoin that causes him to collide with Kotrala. That's going to be investigated after the race, surely. John Ramekers benefits from that and moves to P12. John Ramaker's best result in any AF race is P7, that it was achieved at the most recent race at Road America. Marvellous Fools had a collision. That's a Maggots. That might just be a spin because it's got Gutierrez and McDonald to go past as well. So back down to 9th place for him. 5 minutes to go in this race. And Bones is now on the back of Wolf Team Racing for 2nd place. There's probably not enough time now to catch Takuma unless Takuma has a spin or gets himself mixed up. Wolf Team goes defensive into Cops, and that's Bones is at a little look to the outside. He's going to pull the switchback. He's had to backhand that switchback because Wolf is too slow on the exit. He couldn't pull to the right fast enough. He's going to stay back for now. Looks to the outside at Maggots. He's going to try the switchback again. It's one of those corners where it's possible. Gets what appears to be a much better run coming out of the corner. And we're down the Wellington straight again. Bones to the right. Bones to the outside. Lukey Spooky's had another spin. Will drop behind 18th place. Dives to the inside. And backs out of it into Brooklands. It looked like Wolf Team was a little wide. Maybe a little back end loose there, but nothing this time. Wolf Team Racing still stays in 2nd place with Bones behind in 3rd. He got a podium last time out. Did Bones in Alton Park in the finale of the last AF4 race. But he's not going to give up on this. Vasic still on the back of Toko Patobo. Whoa! Bones has just gone. And the server's died. And the server's died. We need new servers. The server died. Yeah. Well, there goes that. I was so looking forward to the climax of that. Oh, you can't do that to me. My heart is ripped. Takuma will take the win because I don't think we'll start again for another 3 minutes. With 3.5 minutes to go, I don't think the session is going to be restarted. But it will be Takuma that takes the win, I would assume. But I will get some information on that as soon as I can. For now, we'll have a look at our logo once again. And we'll come back to you in a minute. Don't leave just yet. Even if we don't restart the server, don't leave just yet. We'll have an interview with the winner and also a look at the AF3 Season 3 teaser. Okay, so we're back and we have decided to not restart the race. The race will finish at the 3-minute mark. So the winner is, as it was for most of the race, Takuma, and I have him alongside with me now. Hello, Takuma.
Hey Josh.
Awesome job
Uh,
today. What happened mid-race? Because
yeah.
it looked like you were pretty close to Wolf Team Racing, and then you just cleared off. Next thing I looked, we
Yeah,
go from 1 second to 5.
it was really close from the start. We had a side-to-side battle for like 4 turns, and then as we passed a back marker, I think Wolf accidentally got pushed outside by the back marker, and there the gap extended and extended. So
Oh,
this
okay,
never
so it was a
crashed.
mistake. So it was a, I'll call it a mistake for now, from one of the lapped
Yeah.
cars pushing him off.
I wasn't sure, but in my mirror, they just both went off at turn one. But I don't think that was an ideal place to lap a back marker.
No,
Yeah,
no,
things happen.
absolutely not. Okay,
Yeah, it was a great day.
yeah, you looked really comfortable all weekend, and in qualifying, it was a really close battle between you, Wolf Team Racing, Bones, and CLSD Nix as well.
Yeah, it was
Um,
like zero point 0.0 and zero point 0.1.
yeah,
Pretty close.
were you worried? Were you worried you weren't going to get pole?
Yeah, I was extremely worried because at the practice I was able to do 56 threes and fours, but I wasn't just able to get that time again, and I was really worried I wouldn't get it.
Awesome.
Everyone did a great job today.
Yeah, well, apart from the pile-ups, everything just sort of went went down the toilet because I
Oh,
think
there was a pilot?
everybody apart from the top three was involved in some sort of pile-up. There was a pile-up at Brooklands, and then 2 seconds later a pile-up at Woodcote, and then at Cops, and then another one at Brooklands the following lap. So many people
Ah,
involved in so many collisions, and yet the racing was still really close. It was an amazing race.
but we can say today everyone followed the blue flag rules, which I am extremely proud of.
I mean, yeah, you'll certainly be thankful of that. You just cleared off in front.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Oh,
that'll do us for today. Thank you very much, Takuma, for joining us,
thank you, Josh.
and we'll see if Bones, our third place guy, wants to join us, because I think Wolf Team Racing is muted. Oh no, Bones has just left actually. Let's try Wolf Team Racing. Hello, Wolf. Can you hear us? And or are you willing to do an interview? I will take that as a no. I shall move you back. So that will do us for today. Oh, has the server restarted? I see a couple of people joining the server. Ramacus and Cuspinoto in the server. Anywho, it doesn't matter. The race is over. What a race! I was so looking forward to the last 3 minutes because that was going to be an epic climax to an already epic race with plenty of collisions, plenty of overtakes, and a lot of close racing. But that'll do us for today. Now for the big intro, and that is we have the new season of AF3 starting soon. With my cat scratching at the door. Bugger off, cat. But here it is, your first look, exclusive at the new season of AF3. So there you have it. Our new season of AF3 will be running the Audi TT Cup with just under 350 horsepower plus push to pass for the first time. We'll be running our leagues. I'm ignoring the hybrid. We have 28 slots. We've got 12 rounds starting in a couple of weeks' time, and we'll run for 12 races. You may have noticed a little theme with the tracks we're running, but I won't necessarily reveal what that is. Sign-ups will open along with the launch with the rest of the details for the league. Sign-ups will open, as said in the teaser, tomorrow. So join us on Discord, !Discord, and look out for a post in announcements and a post in our Join AF3 Today channel where you'll see details for our new series. Until then, all that's left to say is tomorrow night is AF1 night once again over at Silverstone. Again, funny how these things collide at just the right time. But until then, thank you everybody for joining us. Like us on YouTube. Subscribe to our Discord. Getting them all mixed up. Subscribe to our Twitch. Follow us on Twitch. Subscribe to our YouTube page for full race replay of today's race, as well as highlights in a few days for all of our series. And join us on Discord, of course. !Discord in the chat, or it's discord.me/Assetto friends. We'd love to see you in there. We'd love to see everybody in there, as many as possible, and be sure to join our new league when sign-ups open tomorrow. Until then, goodbye.